Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to study another type of making decisions in decision theory. As we know that decision theory represents an approach of taking decisions under different environments. There can be different situations in which a decision maker needs to take decisions. There can be situations under uncertainty, situations under certainty, and situations under risk. There are different techniques or mathematical programming or mathematical principles that we follow to take decisions based on the type of situations in which a decision maker has to take decision. As the simple process that we follow while taking decisions is, first of all, we need to identify the states of the nature or possible future events. In step 2, we need to identify the courses of action or the alternatives available with the decision maker. In third step, we need to determine the payoff values or payoff function that can be in any form. Payoff values can be given in form of profits, costs, or opportunity loss. In step 4, considering all these three variables, we need to choose or select the best alternative for the decision making company. As we know that there can be different types of decision making problems. In a broad classification, they are classified as one stage decision making problems and multi-stage decision making problems, which are also known as sequential decision problems. In previous lectures, we have studied the one stage decision making problem, in which a decision maker needs to take the decision at a specific point in time only. There is no need to take the decisions in a sequence. Further, we have studied different criteria or rules of decision making under uncertainty, which includes optimism, pessimism, equal probabilities, coefficient of optimism, and regret principle. We have covered all these principles in previous videos. The second situation, which is decision making under risk, we also studied maximum likelihood principle and expectation principle to find out the optimal strategy in situations of risk. In this video, we are going to focus on multi-stage decision making. This type of decision making deals with situations or problems in which a decision maker has to take several decisions in sequence or one decision after the another decision. The decision maker has to select the best course of action at a particular stage available at a particular point in time. And again, the decision maker has to take the second decision at the second stage of the decision making process at a different point in time. So we can say that decision maker has to take multiple decisions at multiple stages of the problem. The multi-stage decision making problems can be handled very efficiently by using the decision tree technique. A decision tree is a graphical representation of the events and their respective strategies in a sequential manner. So basically, a decision tree represents the various decision stages and their alternatives available with the decision maker at that particular stage in a graphical form. In addition to this, the respective payoff values and probabilities of different nodes are also given in decision tree. So in this video, we are going to study the decision tree technique at large. But before that, we need to understand the structure of the decision tree. Basically, there are three types of nodes that are available in a decision tree. First one is decision nodes, second is chance nodes, and third is AND nodes. Decision nodes the decision maker has to select the best alternative available, or in other words we can say that decision nodes represents the alternatives or options available to the decision maker at a particular stage, and the decision nodes are generally represented by a square in a decision tree, as we have shown a decision node in this figure or in this graph. Now it is very obvious and we can understand that every decision would have some outcomes, and these outcomes are represented by the chance nodes. In this figure, the decision one has certain outcomes which are represented by the chance node, that is this one. So there are three outcomes which are represented by three lines which are going outwards from the chance node. And in last, the end nodes represents the ending of a decision tree in a particular direction, and which are generally represented by triangles. So to understand the decision tree technique in a broad manner, let's have a practical problem and solve it through the decision tree technique. But before that, we need to understand the rules that should be followed while drawing a decision tree, or steps that should be followed while making a decision tree. So we need to start the drawing of a decision tree with a decision that we need to make, or we can say that we should start with the stage 1 decision. In second step, we need to draw a small square to represent this towards the left of a large piece of paper. Remember, we would draw the decision tree from left side to right side. So in starting, we need to draw the square in the leftmost place of a piece of paper on which we are drawing the decision tree. In step 3, we need to draw out lines from that particular box towards the right side, and these lines would represent the alternatives available at that particular stage. In step 4, at the end of each line, we need to consider the outcomes or results of selecting a particular alternative. Remember that a particular option selected or alternative selected can result into an outcome, or can result into another square or another decision stage. So accordingly, if a particular alternative results into an outcome, then represent it with a small circle or chance node. And if a particular option is resulted into another decision stage, then draw another square which would represent the decision stage of decision tree. We need to keep on doing this until we have drawn out all the possible outcomes and decisions that are represented in any particular problem. So let's start with a practical problem to understand the decision tree technique. So for practice, first of all, draw a square or stage 1 of the decision tree in the leftmost side of the paper. That is this one. So in this particular problem, we have a square which is represented by A. After that, draw the alternatives available at this particular stage, which are represented by these lines. So at stage 1, there are 3 options or alternatives available with the decision maker, which are represented by these lines. In next step, represent the outcomes of a particular alternative. Suppose the outcomes of this alternative is represented by this line, which denotes the outcome, and the net present value of that outcome is equal to 70 rupees. The outcome of the second option or second alternative, outcomes are there, outcome 1 and outcome 2. the net present value of outcome 1 is 50 and outcome 2 is 40 rupees. Similarly, there would be some outcomes of the decision of the chance node 3. Look carefully. This chance node resulted into another decision stage, which we represented in a squared form and denoted it as B. And this decision stage or decision node again resulted into two alternatives or two chance nodes. So these lines are representing the options available with the decision maker at this stage. Further, these chance nodes represents the respective outcomes. If the company or the decision maker selects this decision, then it would result into 100 rupees, or the profit would be equal to 100 rupees. And if the decision maker has selected this route or this alternative, then there would be two outcomes. In outcome 1, the company or decision maker would get 60 rupees, and in another case, the company or decision maker would get 10 rupees. So to understand it practically, we have a problem in which an oil company has acquired some rights on a certain area, in which the company can conduct some surveys or test to check the potential for finding oil in that particular area. At the initial stage, the company has many options to select. The company has the choice of conducting tests before drilling, or the company may choose to go for direct drilling. And there are different probabilities are assigned to different options or alternatives. Further, the probabilities of the different alternatives at different stages are given in this problem. Suppose if the company conduct test before drilling and it gets success, then the expectation or success in drilling is given as 80:20. It means the company would get success in drilling. The chance of it is 80% and the chances of failure are 20%. And further, the net present values are given of the respective alternatives. So what we need to do now, we need to draw up a decision tree diagram to represent the information given in this problem, and then we need to evaluate the decision tree diagram and select the best course of action for the company. So from above problem, it is found that the company has three options or alternatives at the initial stage. First one is selling, second is drilling, and third one is testing. So with the help of this information, with this information, we need to draw the decision tree diagram to start this problem. So it is very simple to draw the information given in this problem. First of all, we need to start with the stage 1 or the leftmost square. At this stage, the company has three options to select. One is drilling, second is testing, and third one is selling. And their respective net present values are given. Suppose if the company selects the option of drilling, then this chance node shows that there would be two outcomes. There can be failure in drilling, or the company can get success in drilling. The respective probabilities are also given. The chances of failure are 0.45 and the chances of success are 0.55. If the company opts for drilling and it gets failure, then there would be a loss of 40 rupees to the company. Minus values show the loss to the company. And If the company gets success in drilling, then there would be a profit of 120 rupees. Similarly, the second option available with the company is testing. The company may start with testing. If the company test before doing drilling, then there can be two outcomes which are represented at this node. There can be two outcomes. That there can be positive outcomes of the testing. It means positive means the company can get oil in their tests, or there can be negative outcomes of the testing. It means the company would not get the oil while testing. So there are two possible outcomes of this alternative, which further results into another decision node. And similarly, if the results are negative of testing, it would further result into another decision node. Similarly, there is third option available with the company. The company may opt of selling the rights to someone, to another company, and it would fetch 45 rupees to the company. It would fetch the profit of 45 rupees to the company. So with this information, we can say that the company has three options of drilling, testing, or selling. Testing, the drilling, if company opt for direct drilling, then there would be two outcomes, failure and success, and there are their respective net present values of the profits. Let's move ahead with the testing. If the results of testing are positive, then there will be another decision node, that is 2. And at this stage, there are again two alternatives available with the company. The company again may opt for selling of the rights, or the company can go for drilling activities on that particular area. Now, if company opts for selling at this stage, then the profit would be equal to 65 rupees. And if the company opts for second option available here, that is drilling, again there can be two possibilities or two outcomes. One is failure of the drilling, and another one is the success in drilling. If company opts for drilling and it gets success, then the profit would be equal to 100 rupees. And if it is not the case, then there will be loss of 50 rupees. So again, at this chance node, there are different outcomes available to the company. Now let's come to the other side. When the testing results are negative, then there would be another decision node at which there would be two options or two alternatives available with the decision maker. One is of drilling and another one is of selling. If at this stage company opts for selling the rights, then there would be a profit of 15 rupees. It means if the testing results are negative, then and company opts for selling the rights, then there will be a profit of there will be a profit of 15 rupees. And if company go with the another option, that is of drilling, then again there would be two outcomes or two possibilities. The company might get success in drilling and it might get the failure in drilling. If company gets the success in drilling, then there would be a profit of 100 rupees, and if it is not the case, then there would be a loss of 50 rupees. So in this way, what we have done simply, we have represented all the information given in the problem in the form of a decision tree diagram. So basically there are three decision nodes. Decision node 1, we have given the numbering it 3 for some other purpose that we would discuss later on. Decision node 2 and decision node 1. And there are different chance nodes. Chance node this one with their respective net present values. So on the basis of this information, we need to calculate, or we need to find the optimal option or optimal alternative the company should select. To select the optimal strategy, we would apply the rollback technique. Basically, the solution to the problem is found by evaluating the decision tree backwards, or from right side to left side. In short, we can say that first of all, we need to find out the best courses of action on the left side, on the right side of the decision tree, and then we move towards the right side, towards the left side, to select the best options at the earlier stages of the decision tree. So basically, our movement would be from right side to left side while finding the optimal strategy with the help of decision tree. So let's find the optimal solution of this problem. So for that purpose, first of all, we need to analyze the decision nodes available to the right side of the decision tree. So if we look carefully, there are two nodes, node 2 and decision node 1, that are situated on the right side of the decision tree. So first of all, by following rollback technique, we need to opt, or we need to select the best options available at these stages. So let's start with stage 1. That's why we have given the numeric value 1 to this stage, because we are going to solve it at the initial stage. And to analyze this stage, we are going to use the expectation principle here. And remember that the values given here are conditional values. Conditional values in the sense that the company would get 100 rupees only if the drilling gets success. Okay, that's why it is conditional value. So on the basis of the conditional values given in this problem, and with their respective probabilities, we would calculate the expected values, and on the basis of expected values, we would find the optimal strategy or the best strategy available at this stage. So the values given here are conditional values because they are based on certain assumptions or conditions. This value the company would get this value only after it gets success in drilling. So it is a condition. So to get this amount, the company should fulfill a condition. So in alternative 1, if the company opts for drilling, then there are two options, two outcomes of success and failure. If the company gets success in drilling, then there would be outcome of 100 rupees, and if it gets failure in drilling, then there would be loss of 50 rupees. And similarly, if company opts for second option, that is selling, the company would get 15 rupees in return. So with the help of this information, now we would calculate the expected value at this stage. So at stage 1, if company opts for drilling, then there are two outcomes, success and failure. And the probability of getting success is 0.2, and the probability of getting failure is 0.8. And here are the conditional values of the success and failure. Of success it is 100 rupees, and of failure it is minus 50 rupees. The bracket shows the minus or negative sign of the value. Now we need to calculate the expected value of this option, of this alternative, and that would be calculated by multiplying the conditional value with their respective probabilities. So we are going to multiply the probability with their conditional values. So 100 into 0.2, that would be equal to 20 rupees. Similarly, for second option, the expected value would be equal to 0.8 into 50, that would be equal to 40 or minus 40. So if you look at the net expected value of this option, that is the sum of these two values, minus 40 plus 20. So the net expected value would be equal to minus 20 rupees. So if the company at this stage opts for drilling, then there would be a loss of, or expected loss of 20 rupees to the company. So now let's go to the second option available at stage 1, that is of selling. If instead of drilling the company opts for selling, then there is only one outcome. That's why the probability is equal to 1 and the conditional value is equal to 15 rupees. So the expected value would be equal to 1 into 15, that is 15. So out of these two options at stage 1, we can say that the option of selling would be better, because if we sell the rights to another company, then there would be a profit of 15 rupees, and if we go for drilling, then there would be a loss of 20 rupees. So out of these two options, the company is going to select the second one, that is selling, because it garners the profit of 15 rupees to the company. So at stage 1, there are two options, drilling and selling. Drilling, the next expected value of drilling is minus 20 rupees, as we have discussed in the previous table, minus 20 rupees, and the expected value of selling is 15 rupees. So the company is going to select the selling option at this stage. After doing this, we need to evaluate the other decision nodes of the decision tree. So let's evaluate the decision node 2 of this table, of this decision tree, that is shown here, decision node 2. Decision node 2 has again two options, selling and drilling. So at decision node 2, if company opts for selling, then there is only one outcome with probability 1 and the conditional value is 65 rupees. So the expected value would be equal to 1 into 65, that is equal to 65 rupees. If company opts for second option, that is drilling, then there are two possible outcomes, success and failure. If company gets success in, the chances of getting success in drilling is equal to 0.8 and the respective net present value or conditional value is 100 rupees. So to calculate expected value for first case or first outcome would be equal to probability into conditional value, that is 0.8 into 100, that is equal to 80 rupees. And the second outcome, which denotes failure in drilling, the probability is 0.2 and the conditional value is minus 50 rupees. Remember, the bracket sign shows that this value is of negative sign. So 0.2 into 50, the value would be equal to minus 10. So in first case, the expected value is plus 80 and in second case, the value is minus 10. So the net or total expected value for this particular alternative is equal to 70 rupees. So after evaluation of second stage, we can say that the company should adopt drilling at stage 2 because it garners profit of 70 rupees in comparison of selling that garners the profit of 65 rupees. As we are following the principle of maximization of profit, then we should select the maximum value or the option which brings the maximum value to the company. So at stage 2, company would select the option of drilling because it brings the profit of 70 rupees in comparison of selling, which brings the profit of 65 rupees. So now we are left with only one decision node, that is 3. We have evaluated decision node 1 and decision node 2. Now we need to evaluate the decision node 3. At decision node 3, the company has 3 options of drilling, testing or selling. So with the help of this given information, we need to calculate the expected value and select the option with highest or largest expected value. So let's evaluate the decision node 3. The first option is of drilling. If the company opts directly for drilling, then there are two possible outcomes, and these are, one is success in drilling and another one is failure in drilling with their respective probabilities. The chances of success are 0.55 and the chances of failure are 0.45. If the company gets success in drilling, then the conditional value is 120, and if it is not the case, then there would be loss of 40 rupees to the company. So again we need to calculate the expected values, and for that purpose we need to multiply the conditional value to the respective probability of the respective outcome. So 0.55 into 120, the expected value for the first outcome would be 66, and in case of failure the expected value would be minus 18. So the total or net expected value for the option of drilling is equal to 48 rupees. So if company opts for drilling, then there would be an expected value of 48 rupees, that the company would get the profit of 48 rupees. Now come to the second option, that is of testing. If before drilling the company opts for testing, the company go for testing, again there can be two outcomes. One is that the results of testing are positive, and another one is that the results of the test are negative. The chances of getting positive results are 0.7 and the chances of getting negative results are 0.3 with their respective conditional values. In first case the company would get 70 rupees, and in second case the company would get 15 rupees. So the expected value for the first option would be equal to 0.7 into 70, that is equal to 49, and in second option or second outcome the expected value would be equal to 15 into 0.3, that is equal to 4.5. So the net value or total value for second option is equal to 53.5. The third option is of selling. There is only one outcome, that's why the probability is equal to 1. The conditional value in that case is 45. If the company without doing anything directly or outrightly sells the rights to another company, then it would get the profit of 45 rupees, and the net outcome would be equal to 45 rupees. So after evaluating these three options of drilling, testing and selling, we can say that the company is getting maximum profit in case of testing if company opts for testing, because the value or the profit would be equal to 53.5, that is maximum among all the other options. So the company would opt for testing. So at stage 1 the company would opt for testing. So after evaluating all the decision nodes, now we would select the best course of action for the company. At stage 1, the company would select the option of testing because it is giving the maximum profit to the company. As on the basis of this evaluation, we came to know that the testing is giving the maximum profit to the company. So at stage 3 the company would select, or decision node 1 the company would select the testing over the other two options, and in this way we will eliminate all the other options. We will eliminate or delete the option of selling and drilling. Eliminate the option of drilling and eliminate the option of selling. So we would move ahead with the option of testing. Now there can be two outcomes of the testing. The results can be negative or the results can be positive. If the results of the testing are negative, then we would select the option of selling. As on the basis of evaluation we came to know that at this stage the best option is of selling, so the company would opt the option of selling at this stage because it is giving the maximum profit to the company. And in case if the results of the testing are positive, the company would select the option of drilling because drilling gives the maximum profit in comparison of other options available. So we would eliminate the other options available here. Similarly, at this stage we would eliminate the other options available to the company. So in this way we can say that on the basis of our evaluation that the company should start with the testing of that particular area, and if the results of the testing are negative, then the company should sell all the rights to other companies and get the profit of 15 rupees. And if the company gets positive results of the testing, then the company should go for drilling. So in this way we calculated or we found the optimal strategy for a situation or for a problem in which the decision maker has to take the decisions at various stages or multiple stages with the help of decision tree technique. Thank you.